You're watching the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Now it's time for the Brent and Austen Show.
Oh, yeah, we said to keep an eye on baseball. We might get a little bit of a brawl. We thought it was the Brewers and the Red Sox game. No, instead last night as you went to bed, it was the Braves and the Angels.
Let's go.
I tell you what, this was I don't know if this is the light heavyweight division. Baseball would be the heavyweight division. You don't have a lot of big guys like this going at it. This would be a good hustle. And how about the tackle right there by Walt Weiss? Walt Weiss, by the way, you look at a guy like Walt Weiss, and you're like, that dude played Major League Baseball?
Yeah.
He's freaking jacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's an oddly shaped human being now.
I mean, dude,
just because his dome is large, don't hate on the guy because he's got a big dome piece.
Great knee bend, man. That was fantastic.
Yeah, the willingness to go in there.
Yeah,
was impressive. So,
oh my God!
By the way, should have had one against the Brewers and the Red Sox, but Wilson Contreras has lost all aura, as the kids would say, as far as my book. Did you see when Miz told him to bleep like "F you"? And he just
struck him out.
Struck him out for it was the third out or whatever. So Miz screams because he's a child.
Does he do that a lot?
Oh yeah, he is essentially a child. And then, in doing so, turns to Contreras and goes, "Bleep you!" Screams it. And they got it even on the audio and everything, watching the game. And then Contreras just looks back and just kind of mean mugs him a little bit, and then walks back to the dugout. It's like, man, where was all that energy that you were talking about in the locker room the previous day? You got I think what is he like? I think he's 22. He's young. Well, I mean, he's young for pitching standards, you got this young kid coming up trying to show you up, telling you to bleep off, and you're just gonna. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe they tried to talk him
won,
out.
So there you go. I guess that was kind of the response is that the Red Sox won.
Yeah, it felt like a Contreras thing more than the Red Sox thing anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And thank goodness the Red Sox finally won a game. They didn't give that one up. Crochet pitched pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know, Brent. I saw a couple 92s on that radar gun.
From Crochet?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
He was hitting his spots, but the velocity wasn't there.
Velocity's down?
A little bit.
The Grim Reaper might be striking.
A little bit.
I hate to hear that. I didn't watch the game. Actually, my father-in-law's in town, so we're watching Reds games. So I watched the Reds game.
Ooh, there you go.
Oh, the Marlins, man.
Yeah.
Alcantara, man, he's unbelievable. Alcantara, they go, or do we still say, or Alcantara?
I've always said Alcantara. Who knows?
I feel like it's Alcantara, but and I get confused because I used to cover back in the day. The Paw Sox had a same spelling. It was Alcantara. Izzy Alcantara. He was the one that drop kicked the catcher.
Oh,
remember that?
Yes.
You guys know that video?
Oh yeah.
But
I think last night was one of the best brawls we've had.
Say that again.
I think last night was one of the best brawls we've had.
That was a long time coming.
It was good.
That's what baseball brawl should be right there.
They should. If you're gonna yap, if you're gonna get out there, then throw down.
Can I break it down for who? Just Soler, right?
I mean, I don't know.
He threw the baseball, right? Who's the guy that threw the baseball at the guy's head?
No, I mean
should be.
I didn't see that part.
He threw it up and in, but
no, I'm saying during the
scuffle.
Well, he threw
the guy threw.
All right, let's break this down.
He threw the baseball at his head.
If you didn't see last night,
I didn't see last.
So this is how it starts. Jorge Soler is in the box. Jorge Soler is a Braves legend, okay, which is a very, very important part of the story.
Yeah.
Hit the biggest home run in the World Series run. Him and Eddie Rosario carried the Braves, are the only reason they have a championship in the last 50 years. He's on the Angels. He owns Reynaldo Lopez, who used to also be on the Angels. He has 6 bombs and 20 ABs. It's insane. So Jorge Soler gets him in the first inning, hits a 2-run bomb. In the third inning, Reynaldo Lopez hits him, fastball that gets away. And then now we're in the 5th inning, and the first fastball of the AB goes high and tight, does not hit him, but buzzes the tower. The guy steals on the pitch because it goes to the backstop. And here's what we have. Jorge Soler, for 30 seconds, doesn't move. Okay? Completely stale, looks up, staring at Reynaldo Lopez.
Yeah.
Okay? Here's picture 2. Reynaldo's like, what are you doing? If you're going to do something, do something. Okay? So there's some words exchanged after Soler's staring a hole through him, and all of a sudden, we're throwing some bombs.
Yes.
We're throwing bombs. Hey, Soler was throwing some serious heat.
He was, and he just missed there.
He just missed a couple of times.
He does land one that like at least, I don't know if it wasn't in the face, but he kind of lands one, and then it had him backtracking.
Yeah, so
right?
Lopez, the weird thing is, here's what you're talking about, Austin. He never releases the ball.
Because he's too close. He tried to throw the baseball at his head, and then Soler was closing the distance, so it didn't make any sense to let go of the baseball, but he tried to throw the baseball at his head.
I'm going hammer fist, and just happened to have the baseball still in his hands almost unknowingly.
Unknowingly. So when you throw a punch at somebody, you're just going to randomly have something in your hand and not notice it?
I'm a little surprised he didn't just unleash
That's
the ball.
what I'm saying.
He never released the ball.
Watch the replay of it.
Oh, I've watched it
Okay.
a billion times already.
He tried to throw the ball at his head. So where close distance, he's like, okay, well, no sense in throwing the ball at his head. And he got caught like in limbo, essentially.
Also, I should mention, hey, Jonah Heim, that is a crap job of being the catcher.
Oh, yeah. He
just
did.
watched Soler. It was so late reacting.
Well, it
That
was.
is your job.
Well, here's the other part about that. I think that you left out, unless I missed it. But if you watch it in real time, they missed the early stages of this.
Oh, yeah, because they're showing the replay.
They're showing a replay of the steal.
Right.
Right.
Nobody cares about the freaking steal.
But also, that's to show you the delayed nature of this fight.
Oh, no doubt.
Which was a little bit different, and I think it even caught the catcher by surprise.
It 100% did.
Because they weren't even really jawing at each other.
Mm-hmm.
They were just staring at each other. And so then he decides to come up. So it had a lot of great elements. Like, this is it. As I just said on social media, hey, soft baseball yappers, this is how you fight. If you want to do it, this is how you do it.
So you see right there,
What a form tackle.
this
man.
is where Walt Weiss comes in. If you
Hope
don't
he's
know.
got a cup on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Walt Weiss is a black belt.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
In?
Jiu-jitsu. Had a 15-year career for the Braves.
Amazing.
And ever since even during his baseball career, was in MMA. He did, I think, Muay Thai when he was a kid, or Taekwondo, one of those two.
Okay.
Did you know this before the last
obviously
12
went to-
hours?
Yes.
Did
Yes.
stand for some wrestling?
Because
that's
he's-
not a jiu-jitsu takedown right there. That's a straight up.
He is
Vegas standing
legitimate. That's what I'm
double
trying to
leg.
say. He is legitimately jacked. Like,
Oh,
he's jacked more now than
Dude,
he was
you
in
can
his playing career.
How old is he?
He's now 62.
All right. If a 62-year-old man can get that low, blast leg double, he finishes it, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he took
I
him down.
mean, that guy is officially a badass. Like, that's amazing. And you know what? Like, you know what's crazy about this whole thing is, like, I love it. Obviously, some baseball purists could be like, all right, what an abomination to the game, all this stuff. But these are the types of things right here when your dude is willing to, at 60 years old, bend, blast double, get the job done. That rallies a team. Like Pat Murphy literally rallied a team behind Pocket Pancakes last year, and they took to it. A team's going to respond to this all day. So, like, Hamby, if you're a Braves fan, like,
Oh, my gosh.
you got to like kind of coming like rallying behind this now. We'll see what the suspensions are and everything. Who cares? It's minor, but like this is something that you can rally behind the entire year.
100%. I mean, when they emerge out of the pile, there he is again. Look right here. I mean, he's the one who's getting Soler away from the whole thing. And obviously that's important, like I said, because, I mean, when Soler was with the Braves, Walt Weiss was with the Braves as well. I mean, he's been the bench coach the last 8 years. So after the game, he was like, yeah, I love him. Also, I get why he did it. It doesn't look great when a guy has when you've had a lot of success against a guy and you get hit and then you get your tower buzzed. The really interesting thing I thought he said was, we aren't trying to throw at him. I don't allow guys to throw at hitters just because they can't get them out. Your job is to get them out. What I like that he didn't say is he didn't say, I don't allow our guys to throw at anybody. Nope.
Yeah.
I
Just
don't
the guy.
allow
That can't
if
be
you
the
can't get
reason.
them out. That can't be the reason.
Yeah.
So Walt Weiss, love him even more now. And I think this is so interesting. We search for people to hate in baseball, in any sport. Like, that makes it more fun. That's part of being a fan. You
want the
search
villain.
for guys to villainize. the easiest person to villainize in baseball is the dude who charges your team and your pitcher. Like, that's the easiest excuse ever to hate a guy, not even for the rest of his career, for the rest of his life. And yet, I love Jorge Soler. Like, hey, man, totally get it. Hope you're back in the lineup tonight. You're a Braves legend. Appreciate all you did. We'll never hate you no matter what. You're a legend.
That is actually an interesting part of it, and it's something that you just don't. You get so much more of that in sports. What was fascinating, was it Acuna or Albies? Did you see the aftermath of that? That was calming Soler down.
Oh, Albies.
It was Albies.
Just talking to him like he was his best.
Yeah,
buddy.
so there's Lopez is being, pushed back by
side.
everybody.
Yep.
And you've got a Braves teammate put his arm around Soler to calm him down because they know each other so well.
Right.
And to me that was so weird.
Albies probably knows Soler better than he does Lopez.
Most definitely does. And I just think that part is so strange because that's where we are in sports now, and that's not how I grew up in sports.
Right.
Watching professional sports. That wouldn't happen. That's why you have less of this, because these guys all play ball with each other now, and next year they're going to be on the same team, and we just had the same thing with Contreras.
I hope we trade for him at the trade deadline. We might. He might be on the team. There's probably a 30% chance that Soler is a Brave by August.
Decent chance. Yes, you're right. The Angels will be shipping people off.
Yeah, they'll be shipping.
By that time.
Anthopoulos will call him right back. Come on down, buddy.
Yeah. So, hey, good stuff. We need a little bit of that.
Oh, man, that was awesome.
Need a little bit of that in baseball. Hey, how about a little football? We'll have Shock Your Mock, by the way, coming up in just a bit. Austin has an exercise, I don't think, which involves me broad jumping today. I will tell you this. Eating a little dinner last night, major cramp in the right leg, and I attribute it to the broad jump.
Hydrate, man.
What did you have for dinner?
We had some, leftover everything, ham and other stuff. So it wasn't anything to do with what I ate.
Sodium.
I was just curious.
Yeah, I think it was more. I extracted the muscle that I don't usually do on the broad jump.
There you go.
And then because I haven't had a cramp in a while. I drink a lot of coffee, dehydrate, but also drink a decent amount of water to stay hydrated. So I don't know which one it was.
But are you taking salt with that water?
No, should I be?
Oh, yeah, man. Come on.
Salt with the water?
Electrolytes, yeah. Because if you're just drinking, water does nothing unless you mix it with electrolytes. That's what prevents cramping. If you just drink water, it'll just flush right through you. And then if you drink too much water, it can also dehydrate you. So the sodium helps you keep the water on.
Along with salt in the water?
Little salt, a tablespoon.
Right. We can do that.
Yeah.
Easy enough. There you go. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised I don't cramp more often these days.
There you go.
Before that. The little football something or other. I can't tell. This Liam Coen soundbite from Sirius XM, it looks like it would have been a month ago at the Super Bowl. I'm assuming this was at the owners' meetings and they just pushed this out. You have any idea where this is from, Hamby?
No, but it definitely doesn't look like it was the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I think
the last couple
first
days.
Of all, I hadn't heard of it, so I think you would have heard of it around Super Bowl time. I was just trying to think of the setting. It's not like they had him call in to Sirius XM. I mean, he was literally at an event, which I'm assuming it was at the owners' meetings. I didn't know Sirius went to the owners' meetings and set up shop.
We could probably compare the outfits to something he wore at the NFL owners' meeting if we really wanted to.
By the way, YB400, yes, pickle juice is good too. And I actually had pickles last night. So
nice
during that whole escapade. We had sweet ones.
Gross. Disgusting.
I like them all.
I can't stand sweet pickles. But we've had this conversation before. You can't do kettle corn.
You don't like pickles at all, right, Hamby? He's the guy that doesn't put them on the sandwiches, right?
Yeah.
There are people so you don't like the sweet ones.
I'll throw up, honestly.
Yeah. That's really wild.
I can't. Yeah, it's like that and cilantro are just two things where I just can't get into. I don't know.
I probably have cilantro on stuff that I don't even know what's on there.
Yeah.
So that doesn't.
You'll be able to tell. It tastes like bug spray to me. But there's a genetic trait where people are predisposed to whatever reason. Some people are predisposed to absolutely hate cilantro.
Really?
It's in our genetic makeup.
Interesting. I I figured you'd either like a pickle or not.
Dill pickles I'll eat them all day. I can't do sweet pickles.
I love pickles.
Hmm?
All of them. Doesn't
Delish.
matter. Almost any kind of pickle.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, they make a lot of pickles now if you go to the grocery store. That's a big row of pickles.
Oh yeah, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah. The local ones are the best ones.
When I get older, I'll homegrown my pickles.
There you go.
You can make them easily.
Oh yeah, my grandpa.
My mother-in-law was just telling me like they used to do 30 days or 7 days. I think she said 7 days
of canning.
Like in a big crock pot type deal, and then change out some stuff and then
Get the
can them
brine
up.
going. Yep.
Yeah. So there you go. I've done the put the vinegar in a thing and whatever else you want to put on there and put them in the fridge for 24 hours, but never done a 7-day
with some cucumbers.
one.
Yeah. It just adds a little more spice to it. I appreciate it.
All right, back to Liam Coen. Speaking of some spice, and he talked a little about Trevor Lawrence and get your thoughts on Trevor. I think there's a part in here that got everybody's attention. Otherwise, I'm not really sure how different what Trevor or what Liam was saying about Trevor is that we haven't heard, but let's see if you pick it up.
Going into the process, from watching tape, I was like, all right, this dude is tough. I do think he's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, he takes shots, gets up, doesn't say a word, has played hurt, has missed time. Then, and look, 4 new systems, multiple different head coach situations, OCs, whatever it is. Go throughout the season. And you find out, he doesn't miss a single practice, doesn't miss a single throw in practice.
Right.
Played the whole season. Obviously, MVP finalist, comeback player of the year finalist. Did some great things. There's so much room to continue to improve.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we're excited about attacking. But when you start with A, humility, and B, toughness, mentally and physically, I think you can do a lot with a quarterback. And we spent a lot of time in San Francisco at the Super Bowl together and going through, that week. And I got to see a different side of him, hang out with him in a different lens. And I think I'm really excited about working with Trevor again this year.
Good.
Well, as he should be. I think there are a couple of different things there for me, and then we'll get into probably what the loudest of that was. One is, this is a relationship that I think we're going to see be different than any other relationship that we've seen. I thought the Doug Peterson-Trevor relationship could be good. Kind of that, the tutelage of that young player. I think this one has to do a lot more with, age difference to me. And Trevor, 26 years old, feels 35 anyway, right? Like he doesn't feel like a 26-year-old, mature beyond his years. And then 40-year-old Liam Coen obviously naturally closes that gap. And, let's just say this is the first time I think we've seen coach and quarterback probably wear the same brand.
Yeah.
Louis Vuitton.
No,
Right.
without a doubt.
Doug wasn't doing that.
No, he wasn't, right? And once again, to have a great relationship, and by the way, Ryan Williams, I see you with that. That is ridiculous. Shout out to the GOAT. When you talk about the matrimony, you don't have to be exactly the same. And this was the biggest worry when Liam Coen got here. You go from Baker Mayfield, who was very outspoken, very boisterous, right? Kind of has his own personality and everything. And you go from Trevor Lawrence, who is a little more reserved, or at least, what we see on TV is reserved and just kind of even-keeled and go with the flow. And that's fine. I think that's what you want out of a quarterback more than Baker Mayfield. I've said that before. But, I think the question is how was he going to handle Liam Coen, who seems like he is more boisterous, and we see him on the sidelines pounding his chest and everything. But, that's the beauty of coaching, and that's the beauty of establishing a culture is not every two people have to be the same to make it work. Sometimes opposites attract, just like relationships. And I think with Liam Coen, is he loud, boisterous, a lot of energy? Absolutely. Is Trevor Lawrence maybe a little more reserved? Yeah, absolutely. But I think they need each other to make it work. I think that if you have two boisterous people go back and forth, that can combust. I think if you have two quiet people, maybe like a Doug Peterson a little bit, who's a little more reserved, it seemed like, and Trevor Lawrence, well, then it's where's the fire? Where's the grit? Where's, all that stuff. So I just think it's a match made in heaven.
Yeah, I do too. We'll see if that's the case. And more important there is the tutelage of what he can get out of them. The other level of this is the toughness part. And it's important to, I think, an NFL locker room to have your quarterback tough. I think most of these guys are. Like, I know they're protected, right? So it comes off that, hey, quarterbacks aren't as tough as everybody else, but wearing the red jersey in practice. The rules say, hey, you got to protect the quarterback. Well, I think what he just said, I mean, going through injuries, playing through injuries, taking hits. I think it was the Indianapolis game where Liam Coen has like this image of him hanging in there on a throw to, I can't remember the play. I think it was Parker. And he gets hit in the chops and he gets right back up. And I think that's the play that if you ask Liam Coen from a toughness standpoint, that'll register with him loudly. I think he talked about it kind of loudly. So there's respect from the staff. There's respect from the players, respect from the locker room. I always thought this is what Blake Bortles had, actually. I thought it was one of his best traits, that he had respect of the locker room because of his toughness. He got sacked 55 times his rookie year, right? I think it was. Yeah. And so you got to be tough to play the quarterback position. I don't think everybody always looks at it that way. And I don't think they look at Trevor that way all the time because you got the long blonde hair and, he can't be tough. Well, I think he's proven he's pretty damn tough.
Right.
No, without a doubt. And I think that's one of the biggest misconceptions of being a casual fan of the NFL or football in general is that you think quarterbacks are soft and they can hide behind their red jerseys and, that they can just skate through life with, you just play the game, you tackle, and then you're good for the rest of the week. Like, nah, man, I've seen way too, Dave, DG was.
Absolutely.
I mean, you would see him in the ice tub after the game. Quarterbacks take shots, man. And it's one thing, and this is the thing about that position. Yes, running backs take shots too, right? I mean, I remember Mojo after a 30-carry game, just how sore and banged up he was for the entire week, right? But, you brace for that kind of contact. The thing about Maurice Jones-Drew, if you go back and watch all his film, is, he knew when it was time to deliver punishment, and he knew when it was time to be like, hey, man, this one ain't the one right here. Mm-hmm. Let me be smart about it. Quarterbacks don't have that luxury. Quarterbacks probably half the time they get hit don't even see it coming.
Yeah, true.
Right? And when that happens, you don't have time to prepare. You don't have time to get ready. That's where the damage can come from. We saw it a couple years ago with Trevor Lawrence taking that concussion shot, right? So, yeah, I think I have nothing but respect for that quarterback position, man. So I think they get paid so much money. It is an important spot, but don't get it twisted. They're also taking a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, and by the way, I think it's worth noting Trevor did a better job of protecting himself last year. I think circumstances indicate that. To your point, sometimes you can't even see it coming. They did a pretty good job of protecting him overall, but when he would run, he went more with the head first slide last year. Which, again, probably can get you into some trouble, but it takes away that late hit potential of that. That guy's not going to hit you if you're diving forward, most likely. So you still have to pick your spots. I think he did a better job of that, something that he'll probably continue to keep an eye on. I always go back to, I think it was 2022 playoff game. You talk about picking spots. Remember against Kansas City, before Jamal Agnew fumbles, he picks up a huge 3rd down and 10. And to me, if they were going to come back, that was going to be the play. Because he takes on 2 tacklers to get the first down in that spot. And he just was that was the time. He knew that it didn't matter if he got hit hard. You didn't have to protect. You had to go win the game. And I think those guys know that and realize that in certain spots. I think Trevor, through his experiences in the NFL, getting a lot better at that. All right, so the loud part of that is there's so much more to improve, right? And
you think that's coach speak?
I don't necessarily. I think he firmly believes that because he just had 1 year working with him. I also go back to what he told us at String Sports Brewery after the final Jaguars All Access about unleashing even more of the offense. So I marry those two comments together and say, okay, listen, there's more in our offense he can get better at. So maybe it's not protecting yourself or maybe throwing the football even. I'm sure there are some of those things. But to me, it also adds up to say there's so much more to improve in our system, in our offense, understand it, what we can tap into that we didn't tap into last year. And so I think that gets everybody buzzing. One, the fact that the offense can be even better. It was scoring 33 points a game in the last 2 months of the year. And then you've got an MVP finalist who you think can even be better to approach his ceiling of how good he is.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you didn't unveil the entire playbook last year. Had young wide receivers until Jacoby Myers got there. Obviously, you have a quarterback picking up the system. The entire team was picking up the system. So, like, from the system perspective, yeah, one would think that it's going to be even more intricate and even more, spacious than it was last year. Great. But I think, like, what Liam Coen was referring to with that soundbite, if you were going to nitpick one thing maybe that Trevor could improve on last year, and there was a lot to like, and there's a lot to take away, and he showcased why he is your franchise quarterback. But I think Liam Coen says, I think a lot of the coaches or whatever would say this about Trevor Lawrence. It's the ability to, when you have the keys and you check into your own thing, are you selecting the right play? And I think that's what Liam Coen was referring to in that soundbite, where it's like, he's still learning the offense. Maybe he's still learning how that offense fits into diagnosing defenses and everything. And I think the hope is that going forward, when Trevor does check out, because he has that capability, Liam Coen has given him the keys, let it rip, all this stuff. It's great. Can you check yourself into maybe some better plays, whether it's in the run game, whether it's in the pass game, motions, things like that?
Guys, real quick, because I know that it was a continued conversation for everybody, but for us as well, that is Trevor checking too much, right? And that was especially at the end of the play clock and all that stuff. And it wasn't just the play clock; it was sometimes even when it was with plenty of time, whatever the check, it just didn't work. Well, that's the game of football. First of all, not every time you check is going to work to perfection. But I know that we had that conversation. I also know that somebody asked Liam about that. And I believe, if I remember correctly, that he pretty much said, yeah, every time he's checked, it's been good.
Yes, he did say that multiple times during the year. Now, I don't know if that's a little protection of him or not.
That's my question.
I think, and it probably is. You got your players back. But I do think, listen, Austen can be right, and he can still have been pretty dang good at it overall in year one of the system. Right? So I think he did a pretty good job of that.
Of course.
But I think, to your point, where are you looking to improve? Can even do better. What's that rate? If he hit on an 85% rate, can you get it to a 93% rate because Matthew Stafford's at a 97% rate?
Or maybe is there more options within that? Like, hey, you got the keys to be able to check. Now you have multiple different run checks. So instead of just going from pass to run, you have 3 different runs available. So it's not just like, hey, if we check the run, it's inside zone. No, you have inside zone, and you have a toss sweep, and you've got whatever else. I mean, maybe that's it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're not going to really have 4 runs that you're going to check to in a play call. Usually, it's just like you have the run pass option, depending what the defense gives you, especially in your first year. Now, not to say the second year you can't maybe get a little more in terms of what you're trying to call, and maybe you add like another wrinkle, but generally, and even this is with, I feel like quarterbacks with like experience in this system, you're not going to like overwhelm them with them like 3 or 4 play calls. Usually you got a run, and you got a pass, and depending what the defense gives you is what you go with.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's like an option too, like where like a tight end option, wide receiver option, where it's kind of spontaneous. You tell them get open and I'll give you the ball. Sometimes you can check to that as well, but like I don't see a lot of like 4 or 5 plays in one call.
Yeah, I would say that's true. I think there's another element of last year that's coming up in my mind, guys, that this probably gets Liam Coen excited. There was a time or 2 or 3 or whatever that I remember him saying he didn't even break the huddle with either one of the calls that he ended up calling. Like, he ended up seeing something else and getting to something that we didn't even give him. And it worked. And I want to say one of those plays was early in the year, I think, with the Brian Thomas Jr. against Houston that he checked out of.
Oh, yeah, the slant that went for 25.
That went to set up the winner, right? The winning touchdown. But then there was some other stuff late that I remember that. So Rip says he was at the Florida coaching clinic where that Liam Coen spoke at.
In Gainesville?
Yeah, and he said
they got comfortable calling 2 plays in the huddle and that the check comes at the line and getting a look, but he followed it up with sometimes the defense wins because of the clouded look.
Yeah, tip your cap, right?
Right.
The experience of seeing teams and defense in the trees of coaching staffs, he will grow, get better, get to a point, getting the Jags to a good play. And I think Trevor talked a lot about that he says, hey, yeah, we've seen this offense or defense with San Fran and so and so and so and so. And so now we've seen it a few times. And I wonder a little bit, and I think we talked about this last year during the season, the one defense he seems to struggle with the most is the Houston defense.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's two parts to that. One, they're pretty damn good.
Yeah, they do that to
Right.
everybody almost.
So,
Yeah.
but he also has had some success. I point out before they blew that game, I thought he did a hell of a job in the drives coming out of the gates in the second half and the third quarter to build the 29-10 lead.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, he's had some success there. And if he can get better against whatever they're presenting, and obviously the Jags have to match it because they're just very talented, but I do think there's something about that defense that makes his game a little clunky, even from a perception standpoint. So if that picture gets a little bit more clear, then it's just a matter of trying to beat it. That's a very good defense. And maybe, D'Amico does some things that not a lot of other teams do. So there aren't many blueprints of it because he does see it twice a year now over the last few years.
Yeah, I just think it's a fact of you playing against really good players on defense.
Well,
like
can't do much about that,
I
right?
mean, when you have a great secondary that wants to lock down your wide receivers, it's hard to find the open guy. When you got great edge rushers that put some pressure on you from the get go, like that makes things a little difficult. Like we talked about it many times on this show. Like that's what Houston is really better than anybody else on defense because they have the players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think one other thought on this real quick, not to belabor it, but we really talked a lot about Trevor in recent shows. That's a little bit of a hidden thing. We don't know exactly the call being made. We don't know where he's checking, what he's checking to, if he's right. Is there anything else just that you look at his game from last year, you're like, man, I think somebody said red zone turnovers. I don't even know how many he had. I didn't think that was a major problem. In his career, it's been an issue at times, but it's not like
It didn't pop out last year.
I don't think it popped out. I saw a stat the other day, first like Trevor stat I've seen in a while, and it said like who had the most touchdowns in the NFL with the game within one score. Trevor was number 2 on that list behind Matthew Stafford. So like you think about some of the things you wonder about, especially when you're not winning. How is he going to be in the clutch? How is he going to be from behind? What's he like in the fourth quarter? Well, here's the reality of it is Trevor was really good in those spots last year. So, like, all those boxes started to check. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, even in the playoff game where he throws a couple of picks, he still threw 3 touchdowns. Like in the Arizona game where he threw 3 picks, well, he threw 3 touchdowns, made some huge throws in that game. I still think it was the turning point in the season, honestly. But I think there was so much to like that just from the eye of, okay, well, he really could be better on the X throw. What is it? I guess the deep throw, because they didn't have a ton of deep plays. Now, how much of that was Brian Thomas?
Well, yeah, I think
how much of that is him? But do we put that on the quarterback a little bit to say, hey, let's hit a little bit more on the home run?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you could definitely, because there was a couple times where guys were open. This is early on in the season I'm speaking about, but guys were open early on the season, and maybe Trevor missed them, hit the underneath route a little more, still made the play, but didn't make the big play. Like, yeah, sure, you can probably theoretically look at that. Also, I think, and you saw glimpses of it, and like the numbers say it was his best season statistically, but I think there's definitely more meat on the bone, even though he had 9 touchdowns, but rushing. Not necessarily in terms of like, putting yourself in harm's way, but like designed runs where it's like, I mean, the guy's an athlete, the guy's got size. Now, once again, you don't want him rushing 10 times a game and taking all that damage. But I think there is opportunities for him to keep defenses honest with his legs as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I guess one last part of this, guys, we dismiss it because the numbers were so good and the second half numbers were really good. The completion percentage. Completion percentage isn't among, I mean.
It wasn't great first half,
especially. People are throwing
especially.
at 68, 70% now, like no problem.
Mm-hmm.
What did he finish at? Like 62, 63%? But it was down in
60.9.
What was it?
60.9.
Yeah, it's not great.
Oh, yeah, so that's pretty low. Now, your yards per attempt go up, your completion percentage goes down, other things like that. He loves to stretch the ball down the field. That's why I think he is a good deep thrower. I think there's more to that than just him. But he is a good deep passer, in my opinion. I think he is. But there are examples, like the Houston game with Doug, where he lost his mind, where he missed a bunch of deep passes down the field a couple of years ago, and then early stages of last year. I think they're continuing to. I don't think they're that worried about the completion percentage, especially with all the drops that he had last year. But it would be nice to tick that up and check that box next year and start throwing it at 65%, right? That wouldn't hurt. as well. All right, a little Trevor talk on a Wednesday. Brent and Austin Show, Action Sports Jax 24/7 Network. Hey, it's giving day for the University of North Florida. UNFospreys.com will take you to a splash page if you want to be a part of it. They're trying to set up a record amount of donations throughout the day to help their athletic department. You can hear more about it from Talent Talk on our YouTube channel, Action Sports Jax, or go check out UNFospreys.com and how you can participate. Ospreys baseball team right now sitting in first place in the A-Sun. Their tennis team, the only undefeated women's tennis team in the country. So
nice.
Some good things happening in spring sports. It's Giving Day at the University of North Florida. We'll be right back. Baker's Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker's Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jax team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Cole Tilley, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
I'm Action Sports Jax Stuart Weber. Join me and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation for Jacksonville Take Steps at Memorial Park April 18th. This event is dedicated to finding cures and raising awareness for digestive diseases. Register now at actionnewsjax.com.
Weather, traffic, and important local news in the morning. Get it here.
Here or here.
We're available wherever you are, so you're prepared for the day ahead.
Action News Jax this morning, streaming on Action News Jax now.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Feels so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event.
Get a Hyundai Elantra or Sonata with 0.99% APR or up to $2,500 bonus cash. Or lease an Elantra for $159 a month. Hurry in.
Choose your own adventure. It's not just a saying, but a way of life here at Cycles of Jacksonville. And whether it's 2 wheels or 4 wheels, at Cycles of Jacksonville, a great adventure awaits. With brands like Honda, Vespa, Segway, and Triumph, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with their inventory featuring a 60,000 square foot building. If 4 wheels is more your thing, check out the largest selection of Honda Talons in the entire county. No matter what you're looking for, Cycles of Jacksonville is going to have the selection you need, all with great financing and rebates. Plus, if you're active duty military, Cycles of Jacksonville will offer you 0% financing along with great discounts for military and first responders. And when you want to get off the road and set sail, Cycles of Jacksonville has you covered with everything you need to get on the water. So if you're ready for a great adventure, let Cycles of Jacksonville be your guide. Located off Atlantic Boulevard, or check out their website at cyclesofjacksonville.com.
People helping people. It's at the core of what Alive Credit Union is all about, and it's been that way for over 70 years. From the start in 1954 to today, the mission remains to inspire financial wellness and give you a financially fit lifestyle. Alive Credit Union and its employees are committed to not only serving their valued members, but also our community here in Northeast Florida. I had a chance to see that commitment firsthand as Alive partnered with our Action Sports Jax 24/7 team to bring you Armada men's and women's soccer broadcasts. Inside the 18, it is a shot, and it's a goal! Chloe Chivers! And that connection to the community continues with Alive Credit Union's support of the Police Athletic League of Jacksonville. Alive Credit Union's commitment to our community also involves serving the financial needs of all first responders through the recent merger partnership with City and Police Federal Credit Union. Join the community and become a member of Alive Credit Union today. Find out the many ways you can be inspired in financial wellness at alivecu.coop.
Welcome inside the Armor Guard exterior and gutter helmet showroom. There's a lot going on, like glass exteriors, replacement windows, and down there we have the retractable screens and awnings, plus hurricane protection. Let's talk more about those gutters. And to do that, we bring in Kevin. He's the owner. He's the expert. Why Gutter Helmet?
Well, Gutter Helmet's truly the only maintenance-free product. It lets the trash and debris go on the ground. The water wraps around and goes inside. Unlike filters, they sit on top of the gutters, and the trash and debris build up on top of filters, which requires maintenance. With Gutter Helmet, we're going to keep you off the ladder, the most dangerous thing in your garage. With Gutter Helmet, you'll never clean your gutters again. So get off the ladder and put on the helmet. Gutter Helmet.
Get a free estimate at gutterhelmetofnorthflorida.com. You can also call 904-762-7779 or visit the showroom on St. John's Bluff Road in Jacksonville.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austin Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Well, this is a big story over the last 15 hours. New York Times put out, it's Time or Post? New York Post? They do page 6.
Post.
So it's basically their TMZ page, right? And this is Diana Russini and Mike Vrabel. Diana Russini, who used to work for ESPN, works for The Athletic, obviously pretty well-known NFL reporter. And I think everybody knows Mike Vrabel. So, these things to me are, there's a lot here to unpack potentially. I don't know if it's here on the Brent and Austin Show to unpack it because they are refuting that this is anything.
Something.
It certainly looks like something. I think everybody could agree on that. But they are refuting it's anything.
So, yeah. Here's what I think is funny. And you guys are going to think I'm crazy. I understand the Bill Belichick-Jordan Hudson relationship more than I understand whatever this is. Yes. Because what is Diana Russini's title? She's like a football insider, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Why, if you're Mike Vrabel and your whole life is football, why would you want to be with somebody whose life is also football? Like, you got to find balance. Like, literally, you're going to go coach, right? You and once again, in terms of coaching, like Mike Vrabel, I think is one of the better coaches out there. Very hands-on, right? Like, you can tell he loves the game of football. Great. So you go work from, we'll say, 6 in the morning, get to the stadium, and then you get home at 6 at night or whatever. 12-hour workday of football. You mean to tell me you're going to come home and then have your whatever just be like, hey, did you see this today? Did you hear about this leak? Did you hear about, like, dude, it's football overload. I need something else. Like, I guarantee in this hot tub right now, they're talking about, Stephon Diggs. What do you think we're going to do?
Yeah, and
where's he going?
I get what you're saying there. I think it is pretty interesting.
She's laughing. Who's the wide receiver going to be? Mike?
I get what you're saying there.
I don't know, babe. How did I say?
I mean,
I got nothing.
What's in the water in New England, man? I mean, from Kraft to Belichick to potentially Vrabel.
Even if this is nothing, how are y'all not better than to know that, like, why do y'all need to be 6 inches apart in a pool?
Oh, Hamby, obviously there's something more than just being friends, and that's fine. Like,
no, it's not. They're both married.
Oh, are they really?
They're both married.
Oh, I didn't know
If they're
this.
single people, this is not a story.
Oh, I
They're
didn't
both
know this.
married.
They're both married.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, Vrabel's been married since 1999.
They both have children.
She got
I
married in
didn't
2020.
know that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And again, both of them say.
But again, I think listen, these stories always make me uncomfortable because this is a page 6 TMZ-ish kind of story, which usually can be correct, but they also have both vehemently denied that there was anything going on. And there were other people there but they just took pictures of them in these moments, which, again, I know what my eyes say, but I just don't feel like super comfortable saying, well, they did this for sure. I just think it's a bad look regardless, right?
Bad look.
It's a bad look.
Okay.
I think it's bigger than just the relationship. I think it's a bad look for the profession.
Bro,
Like,
even if that was Schefter or Rappaport, and it was a dude, it would just be like, why are you hanging out with an insider as if you're buddy-buddy?
Okay.
That's the way I think about it.
I don't know about that, though, because like Jay Glazer hangs out with these guys and nobody blinks an eye.
Well, that's true. But he seems different at this point.
Well, he does, but I'm just saying he does. Would that be a big deal?
But if there was a picture of Coen and Schefter hanging out playing blackjack together, it would almost be like, why are these, these guys aren't buddies. That's not, I mean, Jay Glazer seems almost retired, like he's just in it just to be in it.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't see him all over the place.
But it's like, why you don't need to be buddy with them. Why? You have so many other options as friends.
But if I went and played golf with Liam Coen, I mean, like that stuff happens. I mean, I haven't. I'm just saying.
Are you gonna give him a hug after?
Well, I'm not sitting probably by the pool with him.
Can we? Now that they're both married, because I had I knew Vrabel had kids. I didn't know he was married though. I thought it might have been like separation or something like that. And I didn't know she was married. Can I see the pictures one more time now? Now that the wall has been pulled over my eyes and like I actually have a. Okay, but isn't there one they were hugging?
They were yes. Let's see. This was before.
If you really go backwards on the Titans reporting over the years, you could probably connect some dots.
Mm-hmm.
But again, that's like until these pictures come out, everybody can say whatever they want to say.
Yeah.
But like the picture on the top right is not good for them.
Oh no,
they're denying it. Like worse, I think it's the worst of the three pictures.
Of course.
Right?
Of course.
But
yeah, okay.
In terms of being in denial,
this changes my whole outlook now. I was just thinking like, oh man, Vrabel was like going after an NFL insider. Like, why would you want to do that? But now
The Athletic came out and defended her and supported her.
Saying what? What are you supporting her with?
They did. They said the pictures don't just do justice to what was going on. Blah 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 blah. So anyway, it was like the talker of the last. The other problem with them, at least for them, it's in a slow cycle for the NFL now.
Yeah,
and I don't know what this does for him, her career, or whatever. It might be nothing.
I don't think it does anything.
Athletic said these photos are misleading and lack essential context. These were public interactions in front of many people. Diana is a premier journalist covering the NFL. And then she said, quote, the photos don't represent the group of 6 people who were hanging out during that day. Like most journalists in the NFL, reporters interact with sources away from stadiums and other venues.
Yeah, not that one.
Yeah, but to be fair, like if I know, man, but like now I'm trying to put myself in those shoes. Like I wouldn't be sitting poolside with like a beat reporter that I knew that covered the team. But like if I saw her at a pool, I would probably give her a hug. Like, hey, how you been? Long time no see.
Yeah,
and maybe like that. But I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just see. I thought the whole narrative was like they're both single and like they might be like something. Yeah.
The bottom line is,
Now it
if
kind
they
of
just
ruins
show
it for
the
me.
pool picture in the chairs, like neither one of their spouses would be happy with that.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, let's just take that. If nothing happened, there'd be questions. So, I would think.
I mean, I wouldn't put myself in that situation in the first place. But.
So it is. I mean, hey, it's their world, their life, but it's just an interesting. It's what everybody's talking about.
Can we see the hug one more time?
I knew it.
Yeah, I mean, prom hug, right? Like,
but also, what are we? Are we playing? What is that game? Flapjack with the hands on the top left.
Oh, that can be out of context.
What were those girls
We don't
that
know what that
third
is.
grade middle schooler girls third grade girls used to do? The up and down with the where they. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
For those that didn't see it,
What is that game called? They do that little chant.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing.
I don't know what they do. But anyway, that was in Arizona. It wasn't like at the owners meeting. I think it was Sedona. I think they said like some kind of.
Oh, it wasn't at the owners
country,
meetings.
It wasn't at the owners meetings.
Isn't that wine country over there in Sedona?
Yeah. That would. I actually think like if it was at the owners meetings, that would give it a little more context of.
That'd be more weird.
In their well, I don't
know.
No,
I think that'd be
defendable.
Yeah, they're all there.
Diana Russini's hanging out. Okay.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, maybe it was right after the Glazer drink that Austen and I broke down, and on the other side of the pool, Russini was over there, and that just happened. Maybe there was a run-in. That would make more sense.
It's wild.
Let's just say this: that the optics are bad for a lot of things.
Yeah.
For their personal lives, and I think for the journalistic part of this, I think the optics are bad.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that. You can take it wherever you want to go, but it's a bad optic.
How are the optics up in Oregon?
Weird.
for different reasons.
Really weird. Yeah. So this video is making its rounds right now. Everyone's got something to say about it.
I think this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
This is the quarterback coach, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just play the video here and what people...
Yeah, the thing is, it doesn't really require context.
No.
Here you go.
Just play the video.
Like, I ask them a question like this all the time. Hey, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream? Okay, the minute a kid pauses, I don't really want that kid, right? Because you need to have some type of conviction, right, wrong, or indifferent. Okay, so whether you like chocolate or you like vanilla, I don't really care. But if you sit there and say, coach, I don't know. Is it melted? Is it not? What's the brand? So on and so forth. Like, what is this kid going to do on third down in front of 110,000? He's probably going to think about it more than he should. He's not going to have conviction, right? So it's, like I just said, long-winded, I understand, but it's the mental aspect. It's really what we're after.
So I can relate. I mean, I've told this story many times at the combine when they asked me boxers or briefs, and my response was, why are you asking me about that? What does that have to do with football? And like, then the scout got all pissed off because he's like, well, you got to answer the question as fast as possible. I'm like, why am I answering the question? So I questioned everything. That kind of, I feel like, hurt my chances with said team. Steelers, but it is what it is. It is what it is, right? But like that reminds me of this, where it's like, I feel like you're putting way too much stock into it. But it's Oregon, and it popped up in my news feed because it's the Oregon algorithm.
Yeah.
Chocolate or vanilla?
So with
we
that
don't want
being
you.
said,
A real quick comment before you get into this. I kind of get what he's saying in terms of the split decision. Nature is what they're looking for in their quarterback, right? Mm-hmm. But like the fact that coaches think that this would turn me away from someone that would sit there and think about it for a moment is insane. Like, it's over the top stuff. Like, it's you in a bubble and in a room too much, in my opinion. It's not because I don't know. Trevor Lawrence just came off a top 5 MVP campaign. If I ask him the same question, he might pause for a second.
Oh, dude.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like he has been asked about ice cream in this.
and he
in this
might
town.
pause. And guess what? He's a damn good quarterback. Like, that can't be the thing, right?
Bro, if you try this on the top 32 quarterbacks in the world, half of them, I don't know, man. Freaking is strawberry an option? Dude.
I think this takes you inside the lens of where coaches are like this
Psychos.
this psycho paranoia type of thing sometimes, where they tell on themselves. Oh, I get what you're after, but come on, man.
There's no middle ground between a 1 second pause and being on the team.
If that's your cutoff, you're probably going to miss out on some good quarterbacks, I guess.
Yeah, how about we watch them throw, huh?
All right. So with that being said, because obviously then this got me in the game mode a little bit, I'm going to give you guys rapid fire questions back and forth. There's 10 of them.
If we don't answer in a second, we're off the show.
I'm just saying, here's what we're going to do. Each person gets 10 questions. Now, they are different questions per person. I'm going rapid fire back and forth. Whoever answers the questions the best and doesn't stall and think about it shows that you have what it takes to be spontaneous, to obviously be a great quarterback, and to, look through blitzes and other press coverages whatever that coach is talking about. We understand the game?
Are we
pretty
answering
simple?
the same? Are we just shouting the answer? Both of us, same time?
Nope. So each person gets different.
Not a good listener.
Not a good listener at all, is he?
Right,
not in the present.
10 questions each?
Not a good listener at all. Already failing. Hey, man.
I'm being judged on my answers.
Gonna need you to be present for the next 5 minutes. So each person gets 10 questions. They're different questions. We go back and forth. I told you, though. And then we go back and forth. So I'll start with you, then go to Hamby, then back to you, then back to Hamby.
Now you're explaining it. That'll be good.
I mean, I could have swore if we replayed the film, I explained it too, but we're good.
Run the tape.
Run the tape, just be present, All right, so we ready to roll. So, Brent, I'm going to start with you. This is rapid fire. First thing that comes to your mind. If you stall, it's going to hurt your score. Are we ready?
Go.
Well, let me get the questions quick, please. Thank you.
Jeez.
All right.
Count down, too. Come on.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. Brent, best Red Sox player ever.
Ed Williams.
Hamby, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Brent, cake or pie?
Cake.
Hamby, best song ever by the band that's not Rush?
When the Levee Breaks, Led Zeppelin.
Nice. Brent, Larry Bird, besides him, best white American basketball player ever?
Dirk.
Best white American basketball player ever?
American, buddy.
American.
Oh, sorry. There are no candidates.
White
Bob
chocolate.
Cousy.
Jason Williams would have been great. Yep.
Cousy's better than Jason Williams.
Is Bob Cousy white and American?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. Michael Pittman or Alec Pierce? Hamby.
Alec Pierce.
Best color commentator in football, Brent.
Joe Buck.
Hamby,
He's not color. He's not color.
Not color comment. Best color
Tom
commentator in football. All right. Hamby, dream car.
Jeep.
Oh, okay. Okay. Brent, best movie.
Good Will Hunting.
Okay. Hamby, most famous Georgia Bulldog ever.
Herschel Walker.
Nice. Brent, shoes or sandals?
Shoes.
Hamby, best Beatle.
Lennon.
Nice. Brent, best coffee chain besides Starbucks?
Duncan.
All right. Hamby, best deal at Costco?
That pizza.
Hot dog.
$150 for a big slice.
Brent, best female country singer?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Ella Langley.
Does Taylor Swift count?
Heck,
If you wanted to.
Holding. Third down.
I mean,
Third down and 11.
Brent just got sacked.
I
yeah.
did just get sacked.
Yeah.
3rd and 18 now. Shania Twain.
Okay. Hamby, best guitar brand?
Gosh.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's tough. Strat.
A Strat.
I could only
Fender.
name, I could only name one band.
Fender
one.
would be okay. Yep.
Is Gibson a brand?
Yes.
It is. Yes. Brent, first thing we talked about in the show today.
That's a good question. The fight.
Okay. Hamby, best guitarist. Back-to-back guitar questions. Best guitarist. Go.
Give me.
Oh, no.
I don't want to do a disgrace. Prince.
Ooh. That's a first down as far as I'm concerned. Last but not least, Brent, best Super Bowl halftime performance.
Ooh.
Feel like Brent
could be Prince.
That's what I'm saying. Hamby, best sandwich.
PB&J.
Okay. Well, how we feeling? That was 10.
That wasn't bad. The open-ended ones are hard.
Of course. That's why I threw them in there.
I don't like any of my answers.
I guess the chat can say who won that one.
I should have said Eric Clapton.
No, Prince was a. I like Prince.
Prince is good.
Yeah. I mean, I think we got to fault Brent for Dirk Nowitzki for that one.
And the color.
The color commentator, yeah.
And Taylor Swift.
I
folded on the guitar.
The guitar hurt you.
I thought you were trying to get like specific type of guitar.
No, just brands. Yeah. I'd probably say that one advantage Hamby, just because even though he kind of stumbled through a couple of them, I feel like he answered the questions truthfully, like that were right.
Made decisive decisions.
Yeah.
We had a lot more decisive decisions in that than not.
Of course, yeah. You guys both did pretty good. I was surprised.
Chocolate or vanilla ice cream?
Vanilla.
Oh, yes. I mean,
I can play at Oregon. You can't.
I would say, actually, I was starting to think of this during while you were pushing that out there. I don't think I'm a fast decision maker, but I don't think I have to be in a lot of the decisions I make. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
but
in how many worlds do you really have to be good?
Well,
in that quarterback world, you do have to be a good snap decision maker.
But
right?
I feel like on this show, especially like when you do with like
live TV,
yeah, when you're doing live TV or you're calling a game, like I feel like you got to be on it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like whether it's something
you'll
witty,
make some.
whether it's something goes wrong, spontaneous. Like
how do you recover from
that's
something?
the name of the game. Just
Yeah.
like a quarterback.
I guess in your world, you'd be the same thing, right?
Of course,
How do you
man.
counter?
Yeah.
Be interesting that they do this with a quarterback only, but I would imagine you can do that with every position on the field. Like, I understand the quarterback context.
Yes.
But if somebody throws a move at you as a defensive end,
Oh,
you
no.
have to counter quickly. You have to make that
It's
decision.
read-
Now,
it's
it's
read
either here or
recognition.
there, but
Yeah, I mean, literally any position, I feel like you encounter that a little bit. Maybe punter and like kicker,
Yeah.
but you're good.
I like it. Hey, Shock Your Mock 2026 on the way. Third matchup of the week. Will we get some different names? Where are we going? No broad jumping today. Shuttle run, perhaps. We'd have to move that one outside. We'll be back. Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device. First, launch Roku. Next, use the menu list to scroll down to the search feature. Then, use the remote to enter Action News Jax into the search bar, and then click Action News Jax thumbnail. Once you see this screen, go ahead and select Add App. Wait a few seconds for it to install. Once it finishes installing, press the star button on your remote and click on Move App or Move App to the top. Finally, select the app back on your home screen to open it. Now you can watch all the great content on Action News Jax Now. Live daily breaking news.
We have breaking news happening right now in Clay County.
First alert weather and traffic.
Looks like we have a tornado warning. Let's take a look at that.
Action Sports Jax 24/7.
We've got the Brent and Austen Show daily, live sporting events, and long-form interviews you can't see anywhere else.
And shows like Law and Crime and much more. And that's how you access Action News Jax Now using your Roku device.
Nimnicht is synonymous with Jacksonville, and now in 2026, Nimnicht is celebrating 85 years of partnerships with you. Longevity equals trust, and you want a car dealership you can trust. Thousands of vehicles sold, generations of families, all part of the Nimnicht family of dealerships. My family has been part of the Nimnicht family for almost 20 of those 85 years, and I've told you about all the different vehicles that we've purchased. But it's not about the cars and the trucks. It's about the service and also the Nimnicht relationships that expand all around the community.
Congratulations to Jordan Matthews, our committed to the uncommitted player of the year.
Nobody but Nimnicht. They are there for you and your causes, your car buying experience, and they are there for you 24 hours a day at NimnichtBuickGMC.com. Experience professional grade with big inventory and even bigger savings. And Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealership. Nobody but Nimnicht for 85 years. This milestone belongs to you, Jacksonville.
Year 2 is in the books for the Jacksonville Armada women's under-23 squad, taking another step forward in the Women's Premier Soccer League. Under the guidance of head coach David Goff, the girls in blue went undefeated at home for a second straight season, including a dramatic draw in the opener.
And they've left it to the death. Unbelievable stuff.
And a late winner to end the season at home.
Headed on. Here's a chance. Gianna Ramirez brings it down, still alive, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
After fielding a younger roster in 2025 with talent from all across Northeast Florida, the future is bright for the Armada women's team. We highlight the ladies and all things Jacksonville Armada each week on Fleet and Footy on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
I'll put one in the back of the net for you.
Join us for player profiles, fun interviews, and the very latest on the Fleet and all things footy. That's every Thursday at 2 p.m.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter. I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Wow, happy April, happy draft season. It's just a couple weeks away, a couple weeks from tomorrow, in fact. It feels a little earlier in the calendar, just the way the April calendar is, coming up on the 23rd, 24th, not toward the end of it. And then we probably got to wait another couple weeks for the schedule to come out in early May, so have some things happening, including the Jaguars getting back to work. There are a bunch of teams that are already back to work inside the building for off-season conditioning, of course, a voluntary stage of it. Then a mandatory mini camp mixed in. Jaguars' schedule is a bit unique. They actually have their mandatory mini camp in the middle of their OTAs, and then they'll have a couple OTAs after. My guess that is designed so the veterans can then get away because, of course, that's the voluntary portion, and then maybe keep the rookies back for a couple of extra sessions would be my guess. I don't know if that's why they did it that way, but that's unique. We haven't really seen that a bit here in Jacksonville. If you're looking for a new vehicle or a used car, check out Nimnick Buick GMC, nimnickbuickgmc.com. Nimnick Buick GMC off Phillips Highway as well here in the month of April. Get yourself a new vehicle or a used vehicle, or also you can service your vehicle over there at Nimnick Buick GMC. Brent Martineau, Austen Lane, Jason Hamby, and Shock Your Mock season is here. Shock Your Mock 2026, day number 3, and we've got another matchup. Before we get to who do we have, we've got a little song.
You know, it's a smaller market, but you see a real good team, real good team, real good team.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
He's a rare player, but he's also a reminder that the boundaries of the game of football were built to be challenged.
You know, a small market team like us can come into a place like Mile High and get it done.
See, I was just trying to play hard, and he came up to me and said he was going to kill me. Me said he was going to kill me.
You hold your head, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
A really advanced signal stealing type system.
We're not apologizing for your wins around here. How's that?
Yeah, I want tough-ass guys, honestly, that love playing football.
He said he was going to kill me.
Biggest game in the history of the franchise coming up?
Yeah. It's GTFO. You want to go to Arby's?
We have the meats.
Let's go. What we got?
We
Sean.
have the meats and
William Coen season.
Have the draft picks. All right.
I love it. We got the overall draft grade
Yeah,
up
disregard the grade. We'll be the judge of that, please. Thank you.
What's up, man? This dude have like a premium package or something?
Yeah. Why don't they don't all come with that?
No, they don't. I don't know why. Some do and some others. Because I've done, I think, 3 myself. Just to honestly test the format that I wanted to do. And one of them I got a grade and the other 2 I didn't. So
interesting.
It might be computer versus, well, I actually done all of them on. I don't know. But
that's pretty interesting.
We'll cross that out.
When it says draft rankings from PFSN, so maybe it must be an option. You can
Yeah, I wonder if you can click on something.
Yeah. I mean, according to PFSN, this draft is as average as the day is long, but too bad PFSN isn't the decider. We are the judge, jury, shocker, and executioner, so we'll let you know how it goes.
Shock and execution coming up.
Without that being said, let's go with pick number 56. We're going to Gracen Halton, defensive tackle out of Oklahoma. 6'3", 293 pounds, 31 1/8 inch arms, 10-inch hands. The guy has crossed the 10-inch threshold. He was 6th in production, 9th in athleticism. So let's put our handy-dandy calculator. That makes him the 12th ranked player at defensive tackle in this draft. Right up there with Michael Pittman being a top 25 wide receiver. Ran a 4.8 240, had a 36.5-inch vertical, 9.6 in the broad, 8.09 in the 3-cone, and 4.79 in the 20-yard shuttle. Undersized 3 technique with disruptive attributes. Halton is best suited for a rotational role in a movement-based front. Ryan Nielsen right now frothing at the mouth. Hey, you play pretty good at 293. What you think about 340? Plays with synced hands and feet.
They are working 47, no problem.
Right? Plays with synced hands and feet. You love to see players who hands and feet are working as one and not working against each other. Great to know. He's able to get skinny and quickly penetrate into gaps. Sounds like in college. Wait, I'm sorry. Okay, this sounds like in college, but my bad. The backfield was a microwave. So basically, I'm not sure who the scout was here, but they said that he treats the backfield like a microwave and likes to collapse the pocket. In which case I said, okay, is he making a hot pocket? Because I don't understand what the microwave thing.
What's the analogy to?
No idea. But we'll keep on. We move. Lacks mass anchor to consistently leverage his gap. We got lack of interior push and surround sound because his rush advantages can be muted by athletic guards. So there's a lot going on with Gracen. Rotational dude, doesn't have that great of a pass rush, doesn't have the size, but it's a B+ according to PFSN. So take it how you want.
I got rid of the draft grade.
Okay.
Oh, you knocked it out there. Okay.
All right.
Hey, listen, what I do like is a little different cat.
Oh, yeah, he's a microwave.
But he's a clear 3-tech is what I do like. Is the first player, I think, other than Banks, who the position is defined. I think some of the other guys are like, maybe he's a nose, but maybe he's the 3-tech. We'll see. Mm-hmm. Well, this guy's a 3-tech. He might be a little undersized, but he's a 3-tech.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if that's viewed as a good thing or a bad.
I don't know.
Like position versatility. Yeah. We on this show don't always like that position versatility.
Yeah.
Because it gives the options of making the wrong decision or putting too much on a guy's plate too early.
Correct. And there was no NFL comparison, so.
He had 3.5 sacks last year, 5 sacks the year before.
The incomparable Gracen Halton.
There we go. I like it.
The incomparable Adin Tezin.
Here's another guy who didn't have an NFL comparison for whatever reason, but we're going to Vanderbilt, pick number 81. We're going Eli Stowers.
Stowers. There you go, Brent. Got you a tight end.
There we go.
Eli Stowers, 6'4", 239, 32 and 5/8 arms, 9 and 3/4 hands. Number 1 in production, number 4 in athleticism, number 2 overall in the tight end class in terms of advanced analytics and metrics. Guy ran a 4.5 140, a 45.5-inch vertical, and an 11.3 in the broad jump. Dude put on an absolute freak show at the combine and said, you guys couldn't handle my agility, and chose not to do like the 3-cone, the shuttle, or the bench press.
What's the weight on this guy?
239. Won the we'll get to it. Hang on. So won the nation's John Mackey or top tight end honor, which I'm sure if you watched any Vanderbilt games this season, you could have saw why. He was a standout. Mm-hmm. I feel like Kenyon Sadiq probably should have won the award, but okay, nonetheless, both freaks of nature. This guy is a former quarterback who found a home at tight end. His run blocking ceiling might be low, but his traits create above average potential as a pass catching F tight end. 7-foot high jumper who can leap, extend, and catch the ball at its highest point.
Red zone.
Get in a okay, but this guy might need a restraining order because ability to stalk and mirror as a positional blocker in the slot, which I guess is a good thing.
Stalk and mirror.
Ability to stalk and mirror as a positional blocker in the slot. That's a big slot wide receiver. But he has a bad habit of letting off the gas and this isn't a word, by the way. And I checked this. Bad habit of letting off the gas and shirking his true play speed.
Shirking.
Hey, Webster, what does shirking mean? Someone needs to find the scout, give him a swirly, steal his lunch money, and hold him accountable. Also said that he can be accosted at the top of the route by handsy coverage.
Wow.
Yes.
Stalking and accosted all listed on this guy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe the scout was hate watching Vanderbilt much like I was this past season with Diego Pavia.
What an athlete.
Big athlete. High jumper. All right.
45-inch vertical for a guy that weighs 240.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Amy, any thoughts?
I mean, as I watched a lot of Vanderbilt football. It was just like, it was just like Pavia and him are on the same page. Mm-hmm. And it didn't really matter the route. Like, he was going to find a way to run the ball and make a guy miss, and he could outrun some linebackers too.
Quick question on this. In Liam Cohen's offense, fellas, Evan Ingram they said goodbye to because he needed more blocking, etc. This guy doesn't seem to have a high ceiling for blocking, at least according to that write-up. Does that mean it doesn't fit in Liam Cohen's offense?
I think it might.
Tight end or what?
No, because like he's not going to be your primary tight end.
Yeah.
Like it could fit. I just didn't think Liam Cohen could justify paying Evan Ingram what he was making to be kind of like the B side of the tight end group. At pick number 88, could you justify it? Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, doesn't rule out being a part of this thing and being employed in the offense.
Mm-hmm. All right. Next pick, we're going pick number 88. Lay him straight. Derek Moore out of Michigan. Not related to Sharon Moore. Yes, I checked. Yes, it matters. And no, I'm not going to get into why it matters. 6'4", 255, 33 3/8 inch arms, 9 1/8 inch hands. Intangibly rich because he was 7th in production. But when it comes to athleticism, he's on snap benefits, ranked 32nd.
Dang.
Not good, but 17th overall. So, yeah. NFL comparison is Yaya Diaby, which might have been the kid from The Sandlot. I don't know.
Colts.
Diaby.
Oh.
No, Bucks.
Who wasn't on the Colts before?
I think so.
I'll let you guys fight amongst yourselves.
Anyway. Great
Man,
pick.
Why was
they're
his,
going to extend him,
you
I'm pretty
play
sure.
like a duck.
Why was his athleticism score so terrible?
It's a great question. We're not going to find out because he did nothing at the combine. So this might have just been what they see on film. But Moore is far more active and engaged as a rusher than he is as a run defender. My guy's got to add something when it comes to stopping the run, basically is what they're saying. Get him some verbal Ritalin, compliments of Coach Camp, because he seems to have a little ADD when it comes to stopping the run. Moore is a bull rush aficionado, piling up pressures and sacks. That's like saying you're a grilled cheese aficionado. Oh, what? You're going to melt cheese. Cool. Okay, so what? You put your head down and you bull rush. Like, probably going to need a little more at the next level. And by the way, this guy's got a couple pauses that we have to get to as well. Swallows quarterbacks and runners like they're crashing waves once he closes. Pause. Occasionally lacks energy and urgency as a run defender. One scout said, I like that he knows what he does well as a rusher and capitalize on it with his pass rush, which is obviously the bull rush. So basically you're getting the Cam Scatterboo of pass rushers. Mm-hmm. He's going to lower his head and go through you.
Good for AEW.
There you go. Hamby, anything?
I mean, you got 10.5 sacks and 10.5 tackles for loss.
Mm-hmm.
The production is there.
Mm-hmm.
Third down on edge rusher, just get him on the field.
Don't get the athleticism part. But
well, yeah,
maybe it's just because I guess if you're just a bull rusher, you're probably not going to beat around people.
Well, maybe his times were crap at the pro day, and they don't. And
yeah,
I'm just a little surprised. Like you can get to Michigan and not have the lack of athleticism.
Yeah,
you know?
I don't know if I buy that.
Well, I mean, people will say that about Rashawn Gary in Green Bay right now too, as well. Before they let him go, Harold Perkins Jr. number 100.
No, this got to be a freak athlete. I don't even have to see it. There's no way that he didn't do well.
Okay, well, check this out. 6'1" out of LSU, 223 pounds, 31 3/8 inch arms, 8 1/8 inch hands. Tiny hands. Kyler Murray hands. Kenny Pickett hands. Slightly undersized off-ball linebacker with solid production in 2025, but less in-game impact than he showed in 2022 and 2023 before he tore his ACL in 2024. So this is going to be a Miles Jack blue light special, possibly in terms of how capable this guy is at the next level.
Well, people would actually know this. This guy was unbelievable in 2022, his freshman year. And he played 4 seasons other than, well, including the one that he missed almost the entire season. He never got back to his freshman year, ever. So this is like, can somebody finally untap this potential that we saw? Because he looked like a top 10 pick in his freshman year.
I mean, do you think the ACL has something to do with it?
Of course it does.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so scouts say that he can still run, but he lacks his previous explosiveness in closeouts and pursuit. Perkins is at his best when deployed in a scheme that allows him to play free and attack the line as often as possible, which...
He was pretty much positionless in his last year at LSU.
That could fit, though.
Which, if you look at Devin Lloyd, what he excelled on, to set aside from being in the right spot at the right time, this is a guy who could maybe fill that role a little bit. Posted 35 and a half tackles for loss, 17 sacks, and 8 forced fumbles in his 4 seasons. Obviously, that came early in his career and not so much after his ACL tear.
Yeah, for pick 100, seems like a decent bet.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's risky. It's a little, risky for the biscuit, but I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And hey, so far, DT, tight end, edge, linebacker.
I like it.
Needs checked.
Yep. Next pick we got, pick 124. We're going to Cage Casey, first team all-name team.
Absolutely.
From Clackamas High School in Oregon. Clackamas.
Chocolate or vanilla?
6'6", 310, 32 and 3/4 inch arms. And Hamby, if you got a button, I don't think you do right now, but we'll get one. He's got 10 and 1/4 inch hands. Crosses that barrier. 5'2", 40-yard dash. 8-0-1 3-cone drill. And dude said you're getting the meat and potatoes of this combine. No sides, no fixins, no sauces. That's all he did. Did the 3-cone, 40-yard dash, and said, I'm all set. NFL comparison is Sam Kosmi.
Longtime player for the Washington.
Okay.
I don't know whether he was Commanders or previous, but
gotcha. Yep. Thanks for being respectful about it, even though they might go back to that. I don't know. We'll see what name they're going to have next year. Never a good sign when they start out with this. He is well proportioned. Great to know. Off to a bad start. Durable tackle prospect who counters his lack of length with persistence that helps him finish the job. Capable athlete. Once again, off to a bad start. He's capable. He's well proportioned. He's capable. Yep, but and once again, the next write-up. Well-built frame with good lean body mass. All right, so someone spent some time in the DEXA machine like I did at the UFC Institute, and he's proportional. Great to know. Though, like the forbidden fruit from the Garden of Eden, his downfall has a tendency to rush past slides over temptation of oversets. The first part was me. The second part was the scout, obviously.
Yeah, I figured the temptation part wasn't you.
There you go. Yep.
That's what we should have to play the game. Who wrote what?
There you go. Pick 164, Roman Hamby. Hamby, any relation?
No.
Missed it by that much.
Missed it by a letter.
Missed it by that much. 6 feet, 207, 31-inch arms, 9 and 1.5 inch hands. Remember when Brent said, oh, he's got 28-inch arms? That's like every running back? No, it's not. This guy's got 31-inch arms, right? Because he's normal. He's not a stump. He's not a T-Rex. Okay? Keeps runs on schedule and heads downhill. Maybe he can produce our show. Always staying on schedule. I'm not mad at that. Shows ability to get skinny and sneak through tight crevices. Just say he can hit the hole. Pause.
Tucks it tight and really puts the ball on the ground.
Oh, right. Hang on. There's a lot more. Tucks it tight and really puts the ball on the ground. Pause. Below average burst through his hole. Pause. Pause, scouts. We have to pause. We can't be doing this every single year with you guys. You olds. You people who have no idea of how to give a solid write-up without having to bring a pause into it. All right.
By people, he means Lancer Line.
Exactly, Lancer. Well, yeah, and company. Next pick.
By the way, real quick, 4,300 total yards, at least in my quick math. And let's see, 11, 18, 25, 31 touchdowns. Big-time producer in college.
Where did he go first?
Maryland, I think.
Yeah.
Before Indiana?
Before Indiana. Obviously had a big year last year.
Yeah.
But, I mean, again, big-time production at the running back position. Yeah, 23 years old.
Yeah, he did great. What did I get him? Third team all Big Ten?
Is that what he was?
I think so.
Wow.
Next pick 166, Diego Pounds. Pause! That can't be your name. Diego Pounds?
Does he like that? You don't like that?
Diego Pounds?
Pounds for an offensive tackle?
Yeah, Diego, he's pounding. Okay, 6'6", pause, 325, 33 and 3/4 inch arms. Big dude. 9 and 3/4 inch hands, though. Missed it by that much. 5.15 40-yard dash, 30-inch vertical, 9.4 in the broad jump, 7.9 in the 3-cone drill. Said, forget the shuttle, we're all good. And the bench as well. Pounds is a high-cut, smooth-limbed tackle. He plays with a high pad level, spotty body control, and inconsistent technique. Guess the guy moves like a lava lamp, but he typically battles through those issues at an adequate clip. I can't tell if that's bad or good.
Yeah, that seemed like a backhanded compliment.
I don't know if that's bad or good.
Adequate might be bad in the NFL level.
Yep. Scout says that he opens post leg to an inside move instead of sliding to cut it off. Pause, I think. I don't know what you're cutting off. With what? How? I don't know what that means. Opens post leg to an inside move instead of sliding to cut it off. We'll give him a half pause with that. And then we'll close out here with Jadon Kennedy. Obviously, this guy, we've been seeing a lot of him. Every day. Straight out of Jacksonville, Florida. 5'10", 181, 30-inch arms, 9 1/4 inch hands. Jury's out on him. Could be a rotational corner or a secondary piece. Is a little undersized, though, and that's where he gets hampered a little bit. 5'10", 181's probably got to add a little mass for teams to feel comfortable with him in terms of being that starting corner. But once again, I said this every single day. I feel like when his name was called upon, did a pretty damn good job at Oregon. The problem is that room was damn deep.
We had to get him on the show.
Get him on the show, absolutely.
Get him on the show.
Yep. And then we finish off with Tyron Montgomery out of John Carroll. Don't even know where that is.
Oh, boy, the execs are going to love this. There are more like GMs, personnel people, coaches that come from John Carroll than like anywhere else.
Okay, intangibly rich,
Really?
possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Luke Altmaier.
Don Shula.
Luke Altmaier, not a big Brett Bielema guy, so it is what it is there. And then Patrick Payton.
Pretty sure Patrick Payton was a 5-star.
Was he really?
Who never did anything at FSU or LSU.
Wow. I think you're right on that.
All right, guys. Well, I got us before 30, so.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Nice work. I'm intrigued by this draft, I will say. We'll marry it up in just a bit. We'll get the Liam Coen season when we come back. Brent and Austen Show, Action Sports Jacks, 24/7 network. And, hey, before we get to a break, just want to remind you about Republic Services, RecyclingSimplified.com. You can also, on their website, check out how you can do a better job with your lithium batteries. Don't recycle or trash lithium batteries at home. You can actually go to places like Home Depot and other stores like Best Buy to be able to throw them away properly so they don't cause fires in your trash can, in garbage trucks, and obviously at the recycled plants themselves. So make sure you check out republicservices.com to read more about it on lithium batteries. We know plenty of people use them and have them in their homes, but don't discard them like you would normal recycling things. Please check out more with RecyclingSimplified.com. Public School Power Poll is out. Creekside Knights just keep on winning. Final week of the regular season baseball action, and we'll have no gate fees coming up at 2 o'clock today on the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. You can see the full polls. You can also get committed to the Uncommitted Coach of the Week. We'll have some guests. We're talking a little bit about pitching and playoffs on the way today at 2 o'clock. Nimnicht is synonymous with Jacksonville, and now in 2026, Nimnicht is celebrating 85 years of partnerships with you. Longevity equals trust, and you want a car dealership you can trust. Thousands of vehicles sold, generations of families, all part of the Nimnicht family of dealerships. My family has been part of the Nimnicht family for almost 20 of those 85 years, and I've told you about all the different vehicles that we've purchased. But it's not about the cars and the trucks. It's about the service and also the Nimnicht relationships that expand all around the community.
Congratulations to Jordan Matthews, our committed to the uncommitted player of the year.
Nobody but Nimnicht. They are there for you and your causes, your car buying experience, and they are there for you 24 hours a day at NimnichtBuickGMC.com. Experience professional grade with big inventory and even bigger savings. And Jacksonville's only Car Bravo certified dealership. Nobody but Nimnicht for 85 years. This milestone belongs to you, Jacksonville.
Empower a future, inspire a dream. It's a bold but simple mission for the Jacksonville Police Athletic League known as Jax PAL. Help the next generation of kids in Jacksonville shape a brighter future. their after-school programs, teenage leadership programs. There's community outreach.
It's been just an awesome opportunity to be out here with my colleagues and do something good for the community. It's really been an interesting opportunity to just see everybody work together in a way that we don't normally in the office.
And there's sports. There are also ways you can help the next generation with a donation of any kind. Just visit jaxpal.org to get more information. Empower a future, inspire a dream with Jax Pal.
Hey guys, we got a new player today. I hear he's pretty good.
Heard this guy played in the NFL.
I think he's an MMA fighter.
I've actually been on his show, the Brent and Austen show.
Football and fighting, that's the easy part. Let's see if I still have it on the ice. What the heck, man? Who is this guy? He's saving everything.
Leave the hockey to the pros, man. It's hockey season. Come on out and see the Icemen play. Get your tickets at JacksonvilleIcemen.com.
We've been telling you about the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network for over a year now. How to find it, what to see. Simply put, it's TV online. Local sports content all day, every day. Just like this.
Did you always want to make history? Like, think that big, or just say, hey, I want to play in the NFL?
I always say I want to play in the NFL.
Cuts it back to her left side, takes a shot, and into the back of the net.
Oh, what a pass.
Oh, my goodness.
What a pass.
Say he doesn't make a tackle, you still feel like his presence is felt in every single play.
I did have a sense that they wanted to be bold, that they wanted to make a splash.
It's content you won't find on TV. Find it on actionsportsjax.com and just sit back and watch local sports all day on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
Most of us know how to throw. But you need to know what to throw. I'm not talking about footballs, baseballs, softballs. We're talking about those items you need to recycle. Republic Services explains it easy. Recycling simplified. 1. Know what to throw. When in doubt, throw it out. 2. Empty, clean, and dry those materials. It takes an extra minute, but it makes a big difference. And 3. Don't bag it. This makes the recycling process faster and more efficient. This is a look at the Republic Services North Florida Recycling Center. You can make this process even more efficient. By utilizing those 3 steps, Republic Services can help you become a better recycler in your home. Learn more at recyclingsimplified.com.
Welcome back to the Brent and Austen Show, streaming on the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network.
There's a draft order for this year, and of course you don't see the Jags here for the first time in franchise history. They don't have a draft pick. I mean, of course, they could end up with one, so we kind of couch that until the draft actually happens, and that'll be one of the storylines if they don't pick on that opening night in a couple of weeks from tomorrow. The Jags last year had the 5th overall pick traded up to number 2, and Hamby asked an interesting question. It's like if the Jags were still sitting in that kind of spot, like yesterday we did, hey, what if they were picking 24? But what about if they were picking in the top 10? Like, would this be a good time for them to pick in the top 10 a year later and go get someone that really makes a difference? And I think we would think defensive tackle or an edge guy or a big guy. Like, I don't know if that is the case. Like, I don't know if this would have been a great year for the Jags being in the top 10. They're in the top 10 a lot now in franchise history. But, this time of year you get excited if you were picking in the top 10. Obviously, you don't want to be because that means you didn't have a good season. But I think the timing right now, I think some of this you get lucky or you don't. the timing of when you pick in the top 10. 2013, for example, when they had number 2 pick, there was nobody, it wasn't a slam dunk quarterback or somebody to take. Yeah. They got forced into taking quarterback pretty much in 2014 with the 3rd overall pick because they had to pick one sooner or later as they started the regime. Well, now you fast forward to right now. They had a couple good options last year. Could have been Ashton Genty. They trade up to go get Travis Hunter, who everybody thinks might have been the best player in the draft. We'll see. And now this year, just okay, it looks like, as a draft. And thankfully, the Jags don't have a pick. Might be fortunate.
Well, what do you think? What would you want to see?
Well, I think what you would have is you'd probably have, if you were at 5, right, there's 4 big-time defenders that are going in the top 10. David Bailey, edge. Bain, edge. Arvell Reese, edge. And Sonny Styles, linebacker / free him up, maybe play him on the edge.
Downs?
Yeah, what about Downs? He's not predicted to go in the top 10, though, by all things that I've seen.
Caleb Downs?
He's not anymore.
Yeah. I think he might be the best player in the draft.
A lot of people do think that.
But I see a lot of 12, 13, 14. In fact, I think there's an alternate question here. Would you trade up and go get that? Well, probably not for safety. You're not going to give up capital, most likely. Yeah. And the Jags feel like they're okay there right now. Though I do say Murray has one more year left. I mean, it's not like they're going to extend him after this year. He's up around 31 years old.
Yeah. Oh, I think if you, at the end of the season, the consensus number 2 pick was pretty much already penciled in as Ruben Bain. That's not the case anymore.
Damn arms.
He's also dropped,
It's the arms. And David Bailey put on a show, so his stock has risen. He was already right there. And obviously Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese, they were probably the biggest winners of the combine because they're freaks. So you probably have your pick. You have your one that you could. Ruben Bain's pretty close to Trayvon Walker size and all that. Not the arms, but the weight and the speed. And then you kind of have the 3 smaller guys. And Styles is obviously the true linebacker who somebody might take him and just say, hey, you're not going to play linebacker anymore. It's a possibility. So I think it's all just scheme fit and, hey, pick whichever one you want. And you're going to have your option of probably 2 of the 4.
So, okay, to answer the question, I'm taking Sonny Styles.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he could be like Micah Parsons. I think, dude has played safety. Dude can play middle linebacker. I think he's got the speed and athleticism, much like Micah Parsons, where maybe he wasn't used like he should have been in college, but he's shown the athleticism where if you want to put him on the edge in packages and let him go to town, let him go to town. So to me, it's Sonny Styles, hands down. First in production and also first in athleticism at his position.
We bring up Downs, and again, he's going to go, and Jags aren't going to trade up to get. We kind of floated, hey, could they trade up and go get a tight end if Sadiq slips to 22 or 23? Well, Downs ain't slipping to that. I think that's pretty common knowledge. It's almost surprising not to see him in the top 10 as much as people love him and think he's a can't-miss guy. But it does bring up the idea, even in these Shock Your Mocks, as we get set to have our second one of the show here on day 3, is should safety be a little bit more prioritized? I get that Caleb Ransaw is there. You've got Antonio Johnson as well. Eric Murray, everybody good with that. And beyond this year, again, they'll have a hole. Now, they'll be able to go free agency in other places. But they've got, do they trust Antonio Johnson and Caleb Ransaw enough to hold that down? Or do they need a little more competition there just in case? Because so many times you're playing 3 safety sets now as well.
Yeah, I think they did. You took Caleb Ransaw where you took him for a reason.
Yeah.
Because you had a vision. And to say, you know what, you got hurt last year, and I think if you look at the grand scheme of things, I don't think he isn't really injury prone per se. So to look at him and say, you got hurt last year, we're going to go in a different direction, I still think you have to trust him, and you have to see it play through of where you invested your draft pick at. So I think they're okay at safety. I wouldn't make that the top priority in the top 5 or top 10 to draft that position.
All right, let's get to our second mock draft. And by the way, it doesn't say necessarily all about Caleb Ransaw. To me, it says a little something about Antonio Johnson, too. You trust him now.
Of course.
A month into last year, nobody would have said that. And now coming off this big year in this system, you certainly do. And again, I think Murray's good back there. I think he's fine. I'm not trying to push him out. I'm just also saying he's not going to be a part of this thing for years and years to come.
Yeah.
But if the Jags can hold that secondary down in the safety spot with a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick and Ransaw and Antonio Johnson, some pretty good value back there in safety land. All right, Liam Coen season up next. We already did Sean in the last half hour. You can always go back and listen on the podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, and also all over social media to the Brent and Austin Show. What do you got?
Caleb Banks, 6'6", 327, 35-inch arms, 10 7/8" hands. Dude ran a 5.04 in the 40, 32-inch vertical, 9.6 in the broad jump. NFL comparison is Gervin Dexter Sr., not to be confused with Junior or just the latter. Banks has a quick burst step. He can stun control single blocks when his hand strikes are timely and accurate, but he needs faster disengagement to increase his tackle count. Has a high center of gravity, allows double teams to generate displacement, so a move to an odd front could be in his best interest as a run defender. One scout said, and maybe this is Lance Zerline or somebody else, like a grappler without submission knowledge, Banks is still learning to unlock his physical advantages so he can turn them into sacks. I don't need a grappler that has submission knowledge. Just ask anybody from Dagestan that's in the UFC. I need a grappler who's going to
3 years Dagestan and forget.
Exactly. I need a grappler who's going to take his 10 7/8" hands, his mitts, his Johnny Benches, and give some knuckle sandwiches. That's what we need. Russ Trait's waiting to be unlocked as a pro. We'll call Coach Camp the janitor because he's got all the keys to unlock whatever he wants. And then scouts are saying that he looked heavier and slower back in 2025 because he dealt with a foot injury. Yeah, no kidding. That tends to be one of the characteristics of a foot injury. You're probably going to be a little heavier, and you're probably going to be a little slower.
You guys, you keep giving like hand size. It is amazing to me that these big guys don't have bigger hands. Banks does.
Of course.
And I don't know what that means. I'm a big believer
means
that
he didn't get a lot of NIL money for whatever reason.
I'm a big believer that most athletes, from pitchers to quarterbacks to other basketball players, if you're a stud, you got big hands.
I wonder what my hand size was. Hang on 1 second. Now we're going off the tangent.
I think you got big hands, but
I feel like I do.
It's relative. But yeah, Caleb Banks has big hands, and you would think one thing you always heard about in the draft process before. I don't hear it as much. Heavy hands. This is a fist bump for probably, I'm going to guess, 10 3/4.
Oh.
10 1/8, but I cleared it.
Should have went 10 3/8.
As long as you get 10.
Beat Tim Tebow in the Wonder Lake and got 10 1/8 hands, man. Life is good sometimes, ain't it? All right, let me get back to Shocky Mountain.
It's good to be you.
Oh, yeah, man. Paying all the dividends.
Not me. 7-8 in the broad jump.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
And probably
6.
Yeah, Brent, here, Brent, take one of these cards and try to stretch your hands out, see if you can fit in that card. It might be close. All right, next we got, oh, yeah, there we go. Now we're back. Jake Godet. I'm going to start calling him Jake Godet, like Australian. Oh, mate, R&R. By the way, if you want to speak Australian, you want to say oh no, just say R&R. R&R.
R&R.
R&R. Like you say oh no, but R&R. Yeah, my good girlfriend taught that to me, and now she's super annoyed that she taught that to me.
Oh, wow.
That's all I say. Yep. All right. So anyways, yep. So Jake Goldie, he is the Paul Posluszny of this draft. Strongest jawline that I've come across so far in the combine pictures. Second in production, 7th in athleticism. So obviously we take our handy dandy math calculator, and that puts him second overall as a linebacker. I don't know. I don't think they're counting him as an edge. I think they're just counting him like as a middle linebacker. But it is what it is, because I feel like there's like 5 guys from Ohio State that probably are more athletic and more productive. But whatever. Yeah, guy ran a 4.62, 39-inch vertical. That's pretty legit. 10.5 in the broad jump, 7.02 in the 3-cone. Still not sure if that's good or not. And a 4.34 in the 20-yard shuttle. Was on the risk of doing everything and then said, the bench press just isn't for me today. I haven't come across one guy who's done everything at the combine.
Yeah, they don't do everything.
I guess not.
That's got to be the tactic of the agents.
And when you don't do everything, your NFL comparison is going to be Malik Harrison. I guess. I think they probably want. Goldie is a big, explosive linebacker with game best suited for work near the line of scrimmage. He attacks climbing blockers with heavy, aggressive hands. He also shows the strength to stack, compress gaps, and finish with authority. attacks, blocks, and constricts run flow with heavy hands. I just said that, I feel like, but they've said it again. Needs a quicker downhill trigger to blow up on the blocking schemes. Long legs with average short area, agility to coverage. Hey, man, I know all about those long legs. You know what I'm saying? See these long dancer's legs? And I got these long hands, too. Man.
Big hands, long legs.
It sucks sometimes, don't it? All right. That's
for
what
the
we got on
broad jump.
Candidate. Jake Golday. Yep. Next pick. Here's a new guy.
Hey, I like
pick
it.
number 88. We're
There's
going
my safety.
We're going Kamari Ramsey. Not crazy about the last name, if I'm being honest. Didn't work so well here last time we had a guy by that last name, but let's see what this guy can bring to the
like
table.
him. I don't mind it.
Yeah, we'll see, right? He is a safety. He's playing like a safety now. 6 feet tall, 202 pounds, 30 and 5/8 inch arms, 9 and 1/4 inch hands, ran a 4.47, 36 inch vertical, 10 on the broad, didn't do the 3-cone drill, a 20-yard shuttle, but then did the bench press. So I don't know, by the way, 16 reps. Well, if you're a corner, I mean, do you have to do the bench press?
Yeah.
You know, not really your thing.
Yeah, that's 16's fine. Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? This guy is versatile, safety prospect with solid size. Ramsey saw a heavier workload as a nickelback in 2025 after splitting time at all 3 safety spots in 2024.
Did you
able
say
to
nickelback?
Right, able to run the alley and adjust his track on the move with no fear. Guy could walk through Moncrief right now and not bat an eye. What? Okay. This was the shortest write-up ever, by the way. Like, look this guy up. That's why I had to bring in the Moncrief stuff. Look this guy up. It is the most generic ChatGPT write-up of all time. It's like the scouts got tired or something. It's like, man, it's been a long night. Just whatever. Just put it in the system and we'll call it a day. Like, there's nothing about this guy that, like, you learn anything new.
Yeah.
Sorry. I tried, everybody.
You try to look Google.
Yep. Danny Dennis Sutton. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
All right, Danny Dennis Sutton out of Penn State. How many Penn State guys are eligible for the
Penn
draft?
State. Like, why weren't they better?
That's what I'm saying, man. 256.
No
We got
dog,
3
baby.
on this draft.
No dog.
256 pounds, 33 and 1.5 arms, and didn't have 10 in chance, so I got to know. Name sounds like he's trying to correct someone for mishearing it. Danny Dennis. David Dennis. Danny Dennis. David Dennis. Denny Sutton. And we already have an edge rusher and Josh Hines Allen who already has a hyphen. So do we really need the hyphen twins on the corners?
That's a good point.
Take it for what? Maybe Trayvon Walker's got a good middle name he's trying to use.
25
Do we
career
know Trayvon
sacks.
Walker's middle name?
Trayvon seems like a guy who doesn't have one.
Got a middle name.
Not true.
Yeah, not everybody.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a Google Hamby. 4.63.
Hamby doesn't know it.
I know, that's what I'm saying. 4.63 in the 40-yard dash, 39.5-inch vertical, 10.11 in the broad jump, 6'9" in the 3-cone drill.
Oh, that's right. Trayvon's not even his first name. His first name is Yuri.
Yuri Trevon Walker?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Trayvon's his middle
Like
name.
William Trevor?
Yep.
NFL comparison is Kingsley Inagaburi.
Oh, good player.
Tell me about him.
Must be a dog.
Inagbare.
Okay, tell me about him. Is he a Georgia player?
No, he's not. He's on the Packers.
Okay.
He came from South Carolina.
Nicely done.
It's impressive.
I mean, he's saying that like I'm agreeing with him. Like maybe like he's just full of crap, but who knows? So he's effective against the run, but he has limited pass rushing upside, which is crazy because Hamby, how many sacks did he have?
25 career.
Which is also pretty crazy because he's an edge rusher.
That's a good point. Yep.
Like, we're drafting a guy that has limited upside.
But I guess he's got, I don't know, it's weird. Yeah. The Dennis Sutton is equipped to muddy running lanes, but might not make many impact plays. So
He had 8.5 sacks the last 2 years.
I
I'd say
know,
those are
man.
impact plays.
I know. But they're making
Maybe they're
sound like a
garbage
decoy.
time.
Maybe they're garbage time. Maybe people are annoyed with the hyphen as well, like I am, and the name in general. Who knows, man? Next pick we got. This is why. So the whole tight end class is baffling to me, and we'll start with this. So Dallin Bentley, out of Utah, 6'4", 253, 33 and 1/8 inch arms, 9 and 1/4 inch hands. The third ranked tight end in terms of advanced metrics. Production and athleticism. Don't know much about him before Shaka Mock. Hamby, do you know about him?
No, I don't know him.
Yeah. 4.62 in the 40, 35-inch vertical, 9.2 in the broad jump, 4.42 in the shuttle, and 24 reps in the bench press. Didn't do the 3-cone drill, though, for whatever reason. So, did everything except the 3-cone drill. I guess that's the kind of thing like where you don't want to do everything. You want to leave something off the table.
Leave him asking questions.
Yeah.
Intrigued.
Dude went to Snow College in 2022 and was a second-team JC All-American with 2 touchdowns in 8 games at Snow College. Where's Snow College, you might ask?
No idea.
Assuming
in Utah.
With just 3 catches over his first 2 seasons at Utah, Bentley had 48 receptions this last season. Above average focus to bring passes in. Oh, that's good. He's locked in. Allows closing defenders to eat off his plate when contested. Don't like that. Don't like that. Allows closing defenders to eat off his plate when contested. And call him Paul Bunyan because he can be lumbering in terms of his route running in space. Call it Babe, too.
This isn't a great write-up for the third.
That's what I said.
Tight end on the athletic list.
Yep. Not a great write-up and not a great college team. Let's
really
go back to Penn State.
Not a production.
Not a ton of production either. Yep. Let's go to Zane Durant now. Back to Penn State because we can't get enough Penn State players in Shock Your Mock, apparently. 6'1", 290, 31 and 7/8 inch arms, and he passes the hand test, 10 and 5/8 inch hands.
Heavy hands.
24th in production, 2nd in athleticism, 9th overall. Why does it seem like all the Penn State guys are super athletic, but the production's lacking?
Maybe
because they run their 40-yard dash downhill. At the pro day, I mean.
Is that with a wink?
I've said it before on the
maybe
show.
that defensive coordinator wasn't so good.
I've said it before on the show. Now, apparently he's 2nd in athleticism, but he ran a 4.75 in the 40 at the combine. So, okay, 33.5-inch vertical, 9.4 in the broad jump with no hey dudes on. So, put the hey dudes metrics in there. We'll see. He's twitchy off the snap with disruptive potential, lack of lever length, and hands moves for early rush wins.
Trent Baalke wouldn't like this.
Nope.
That lack of lever length is not good.
And doesn't have the brute strength to crank up a bull rush. Sometimes he's got to crank it up a little bit. Doesn't have the strength to do that. Is that what you want? Markel Bell, pick 166. 6'9", 346, 36 and 3/8 inch arms.
Wow. Big dude.
9-inch hands. How?
How is that?
That NIL money, I'm telling you. There is
did
a
they make
direct correlation between NIL money and hand size.
How were you made 6'9", 336?
I got an ice cream cone at
36-inch arms.
I got an ice cream cone at Murray State. That's all I got, and I got 10-inch hands. This guy probably got a Lamborghini, 9-inch hands. You do the math. 5 and a 3.6 in the 40-yard dash. That's all he ran. He said, just, hey, look at me. Just look at me is all you got to do. Mountainous tackle with rare physical attributes that work both in his favor and against him depending on the situation. Uses mass to cover and obstruct on base blocks. Lurches past his base. I feel like that's an Addams Family reference. They couldn't resist it. Lurches past his base, creating imbalances as a run blocker. This guy's a project, obviously.
He's obviously a project. It can't be like, is this a walk and chew gum thing? Because he's a big, big dude to be picked 166.
Yep, and last but not least, because the other guys are more undrafted free agents, but Drew Aller, whatever, man. You didn't win enough games for me to pronounce your name right. And plus, you got beat by UCLA. So, Drew Aller, as far as I'm concerned. Way too many Penn State guys on this team, but 6'5", 228, 32 and 3/4 inch arms, 228 in terms of weight, and 9 and 7/8 inch. Drew just missed out by that, that little 0.5 or whatever, whatever it is, 0.1, 0.8, whatever it is, point something on your hands.
I think what's interesting is a lot of our mock drafters are picking quarterback, and it just shows me that they've got too many draft picks, right? Like you can, that's fine, but I just think that's a stash play with no real expectation, right, at all. And it's sooner or later you're going to get that, but Mullins is under contract, so you don't have to do it in this year's draft. And I'm not sure these are the guys to do it with, quite frankly. Like, none of these quarterbacks are like, oh, that's intriguing. That'd be a cool little project to back up Trevor someday. Like, I don't see it. So I just think, and I think we know this, the Jags have too many draft picks. Like, I don't think they're going to be able to utilize 11 players coming out of this draft, and I think they probably know that too, which means they're going to move around the board, essentially. All right, well, what do we think? I mean, I like these two draft boards. One, I like the top one a bit, guys, because it's got some different names on it. I'm refreshed by that. But I also think you check a lot of boxes with both of these drafts in terms of defensive tackle, linebackers, edge guys, tight ends in the mix. I'm going to go with Sean up top because I like the early use of the tight end, and I think that's a pretty cool one there. That dude is athletic as hell, and I think it could play. And I like the defensive tackle that nobody else is talking about.
All right. Hamby.
I'm going on the top as well. I think, yeah, you get all the you hit all the positions of need, and there's some flash there. I'm not going to penalize Liam Coen because we've had a couple of the names before. It's just more so, there's not a lot of players on that list that stick out to me.
All right. I don't got to put my input in there, but I would probably take the top as well.
Yeah, I don't hate them either one, by the way. Stacking a little bit on that defensive front, which seems to be a priority for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And actually don't even mind the play at 88 for safety down at the bottom. So good ones. We got to pick one. It seemed like we all leaned up top with Sean. Hopefully it's better than a C+ grade that he got.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
That's so
harsh.
Hey, no gate fees coming up later today at 2 o'clock. So you can check that out. We are on our way to Augusta as well for the Masters, and we'll have a report most likely tonight, but definitely
who you got
tomorrow. Hadn't really even thought about it too much. I think what I got posed the question is, would you take Rahm, DeChambeau, Scheffler, and Rory, or the field? And I took the field. I actually think two guys to keep an eye on are the Players Champ Cam Young. He can drive the hell out of the golf ball. There you go again. And also Woodland. Why not? Just looks like in pretty good form, and he can really drive it. So
Straka's weak.
Straka's weak, finally. He usually knocks on that door. Fleetwood, maybe. You got a lot of guys to pick from. If you want to send them in, we could have our favorite and sleeper.
You always pick Hovland.
Dude, I'm trying to put on for Norway, my man.
I like it.
They're in the World
Oberg.
Cup. They won the Olympics.
To finally break through.
They won the Olympics. Now it's time to win some golf.
That's good. Oberg's a good pick, too. Had it at the Players
Plus,
until the end.
It's Odin's Day today. Did you know Odin's Day is Wednesday?
Did
learn
not.
Something new. I always bring facts to the show.
Odin's Day is Wednesday, not Greg.
Not Greg.
Check your knees, everybody.
Have a good day. Baker Sports. It's a hometown business filled with hometown people trying to make you feel right at home.
Chris Conley, Jacksonville University.
Walker Wright, class of 2018, West Nassau High School.
Michael Young, Fletcher High School.
Baker Sports started in a grassroots way and now outfits much of the Southeast.
Samuel Coffrin, Paxton School for Advanced Studies.
High school sports, travel sports, youth sports of all kinds. They are a one-stop shop carrying Nike, Adidas, Under Armour brands, and more.
Vincent Caldes, Oak Leaf High School.
Tony Mazzio, Stanwood High School, class of 2002.
Whether it's sports teams on the field or it's your team in the workplace, like our Action Sports Jacks team, and community events like the Dream 18 Golf Tournament, and many others.
Colt Tilly, Hilliard High School.
Reagan Webb, Eagles View Academy.
Look good, feel good, play good with Baker Sports. Custom sports apparel since 1997. Shop with the hometown team at bakersport.com.
I'm Action Sports Jack Stuart Weber. Join me and the Crohn's and Colitis Foundation for Jacksonville Take Steps at Memorial Park April 18th. This event is dedicated to finding cures and raising awareness for digestive diseases. Register now at actionnewsjax.com.
Weather, traffic, and important local news in the morning. Get it here.
Here or here.
We're available wherever you are, so you're prepared for the day ahead.
Action News Jax this morning, streaming on Action News Jax now.
No. I'm in my own head.
What the heck are you talking about?
I think I got away with something that I shouldn't have. See that brand new Hyundai Santa Fe?
Yeah.
I only paid.
Finish that bucket on your own. Practice makes perfect.
Enjoy your new car.
Yeah, you too.